I am 70 years old and a senior fan of Lego. Hi, I'm Tom Bray since 1954. Welcome back to my podcast. In this podcast, I've been singing the praises of seniors like me building and collecting Lego, and also my concept of Lego investing, which I call grandparent investing. And in my case, I've got a brand new granddaughter, and I am buying sets for me to build, but sets with an eye towards what she might enjoy putting together when she gets old enough to play with Lego. And today I want to talk to you about something that's really exciting to me that I never really even considered, and that's collectible minifigs in a series. And right now, the Dungeons and Dragons set is out. I want to tell you why I am buying multiples of this set, and why, even though I am not a Dungeons and Dragons player, I don't know anything about the game, I am going to be buying a set of these unopened for my granddaughter to put away, because I think she will enjoy playing with them, even if she's not a Dungeons and Dragons game player. So I know nothing about the game, but let me tell you why these figures are so exciting to me. And you may agree with me because you may have the same reasons for wanting these minifigs. I love non-intellectual property sets. You know, pirates, castles, the El Dorado Fortress. I just bought the Viking Village. I just bought the Medieval Village. I'm kind of refining my collection to be based around non-intellectual property. Although I do like Star Wars and Harry Potter and Jurassic Park and all of that, I am particularly enamored with those traditional themes that Lego has established, pirates and especially castle. Now, I believe the Dungeons and Dragons minifigures can fit in with this scene. And the reason I believe that is because the castle theme in Lego has a long tradition of introducing fantasy elements, which Lego has done. They introduced dragons. In fact, my brand new castle set, which was a 3-in-1 set, has a green dragon that's as part of the set. I love that set. And so, you know, Lego itself is giving a nod to the fact that fantasy was an element of their castle theme, and it's still alive and kicking. And that's why I love these minifigs and why I'm going to be buying multiple. So I want to take you through an overview of these and very quickly show you the characters and what they look like, and which ones that I intend on buying multiples of. And I'd love to hear your ideas on that. If you have any ways that you're going to use these minifigs, just leave me a comment down below. Now, here's the first figure. The first figure in this set that I have my eye on is a dwarf barbarian. And I know from my reading of The Hobbit, which is a fantasy book that I love, and Lord of the Rings, dwarves figure prominently in this story. And here you can see the Lego minifig has the dwarf weapon of choice, the axe. It's also beautifully attired. The torso is beautifully printed. I love the torch in the hand. And this is a good time to point out the stand that the minifigs come with is kind of cobblestone stand. So that's a kind of neat, kind of medieval castle-y idea that these figures would sit upon a cobblestone. And of course, you can use them in any setting, but I love the fact that it comes with this. So I can see myself building an army of dwarves that attack the castle and the knights inside of the castle. And that's what I have in mind with this character. The next character in this line is a warlock. And he's kind of a humanoid character. He's got a human body, but a warlock, head with ears and an expression. And I just think he's fabulous. And I can very much see, with that magnificent staff with the eye that looks almost like Eye of Sauron-like, how this fantasy character could fit in as a squadron of these warlocks that are part of an army that attack my knights in my castle. I love the knife, weapon of choice, but I just love the way the torso is printed and the kind of epaulets on the shoulder. This is a winner from Lego, and I have my eye on having more than one of these to build like a squadron. The next character here is a sorcerer, and I think this is one of the more beautiful Lego minifigs I've ever seen as far as color and just design. I love the dragon that the sorcerer is holding. I love how we see the sorcerer casting a spell and that kind of fiery, purpley, clear lightning bolt coming out of the sorcerer's hands. We've seen that before in a Lego set. The Battle of Hogwarts has that feature, but I certainly love it here. And probably my best love in this minifig is the tail, and how the tail is cleverly integrated into the figure in its build. As you can see how it's put on here. I just think this character is a winner. I love the idea of having a sorcerer among my fantasy troops, and maybe having one or two of them to play with and to integrate into my idea of a fantasy castle theme. This next figure, I can see very clearly could be an ally of the knights inside of the castle, and it's obvious why. The Dragonborn Paladin, which is a warrior figure I believe in the Dungeons and Dragons game. But anyway, I love the dragon head. I love the color of it. I love the kind of mace it's holding. I love the shield. I especially love the armor plate. And below it, the breastplate right on the minifig is well printed. I think I'm hopeful to get 6 or 8 of these, although this is a difficult figure to find because, for obvious reasons, people love this figure because you can integrate it into a castle kind of medieval theme very easily because of the armor. So that's on my radar. The next minifig is one that I really, really love. This is the Halfling Druid, and it's very Hobbit-like to me. I mean, the colors are very Shire-like. It's short in stature, but I just adore the hood, the antlers, the weapon, the little bird. This is a home run, and I can see this character interfacing with my forestmen and being an ally of the forestmen. And I intend to have 6 or 8 of these guys to be alongside of the forestmen as it gets into mischief with the castle, the characters inside the castle. So this is an absolute must buy for me to have multiples of, to build a kind of a squad to fight against castle figures alongside the forestmen. The next figure is another humanoid, an avian human kind of hybrid. This is the Aarakocra Ranger, who is an archer, has a bow and an arrow. A beautiful minifig. I mean, another home run. The head is spectacular. The wings are spectacular. The way the breastplate is printed, and probably my favorite feature, the way the toes have the talons of the bird printed down below, and of course the cute little dog down below. So I can see this as a squadron of archers and fighting either for the castle figures or against them, or just as kind of a standalone kind of army that are mercenaries that are hired by either side. So I intend to have several of these in my fantasy castle theme arsenal using these minifigs. Here's the Mind Flayer. Now, this, I understand from Dungeons and Dragons, is a character that strikes fear into the hearts of mortals and other creatures because it can reach in and flay your mind, as you could see the brain sitting there as an accessory. This is a great character, both scary and mysterious. I love the kind of shroud, black shroud, the printing on the arms. I don't think I need more than 1 or 2 of these. I may only need 1 because I love the idea that it's all powerful. This character is difficult to find at present. But I hope as supply increases that the difficulty in acquiring this figure will diminish. The next figure is the Vampire Lord Strahd von Zarovich. This figure is, I think, maybe the most beautiful in the 12-figure series. Just in terms of its printing, its color, the arm plates, the combination of the sword, the cape, the expression, the little rat with the red eyes, the goblet, which I presume will be filled with blood. Who wouldn't want an army of vampires? Or I can see this figure being used as a commander of the kind of fantasy bad guy troops. So I'm hoping to collect several of these, and that's why I'm buying multiples of this. And this is my second favorite character, the elf bard. First of all, it's an elf. And I see the elves as allies of the forestmen along with the halflings. So there we go. I mean, I'll need to have multiples of that so they can fight alongside the forestmen. But also I love this character because it's both an artist and a warrior. That you can see the loot there, which I believe is a new design in Lego for the loot. I love the neckerchief. I just love the elven features. I love the color of the vest and the pants. I love the weapon. I love everything about it. I hope to be able to acquire 6, 8, 10 of these that I put alongside forestmen to be allies. The next figure is the Lady of Pain. Now, this is really, from an art direction point of view, spectacular. It looks like the Lady of Pain is floating because of the clear brick that attaches it to the stand. The orange color, along with the green headdress, the kind of mysterious, vacant eyes, all add up to this very omniscient, mysterious, all-powerful figure, which I believe it's also could be described that way in the Dungeons and Dragons game, from the little I know about the game. I think it's great. I would like to have more than one because kind of like the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz, who killed my sister? Well, you need a sister. So I'm hoping to buy more than one of those. This next figure is a necromancer, Zastam. You can see the magnificent skeleton underneath, the manipulation of fire, the red color, the decoration on the bottom of the robe, the fierce expression, the cape, the secondary head that's kind of a clear red skeleton, Halloween-type vibe. I just love this guy, and I can see him being used as a commander among the troops of bad guys. The last character here is Tasha the Witch Queen, and poor Tasha kind of gets a bum rap because in the Dungeons and Dragons world, I believe the witch is a kind of ugly, terrifying witch. And, she's a rather attractive, a much cuter witch. But I love the hat. I love the curly hair. I love the way the minifig body is printed. I love the cauldron with the fire. I love the spell book with the laughter spell. And she suits my needs in my fantasy castle world because I can see this race of creatures, of witches, being consulted by armies and individuals when they need kind of oracle visions. I think the witch would fit in very nicely with that kind of storytelling. Now, let me tell you how I got these and how I acquired my set, because I think it's interesting. You may wonder how I was able to get the figures that I want if the boxes are sealed. Well, there is an app, and it's called Brick Search. And if you look inside of the app and open it up, there's a screen that reads a code on the box that tells you what's inside, and it's accurate. You open it up, and there is the minifig. And so I have used that to buy duplicates of characters that I want. But also you should know that I ordered 2 6-packs from Amazon because they do sell 6-packs of these minifigs. Lego sells them directly too. And I got 2 boxes of 6 because there's 12 characters in the series. And I was fortunate enough to get the complete set. I got 6 in one box and 6 in the other. Now, I understand that that's not a guaranteed, and it may be unusual as far as I know. I do know that some people have gotten one box where they get duplicates within the box. I know some people order 2 boxes and get 2 of the same mixture of characters in each box. But whatever happened and however Lego packs them, I got lucky. Either Amazon grabbed the A box and the B box and sent them to me, or it's just blind luck because I wound up with a sealed set that I used my app to see what was inside of, and it was a home run out of the gate. So here are the figures that I am buying multiples of in this Dungeons and Dragons minifigures set. I'm going to build armies with them. I'm going to interface with my fantasy castle theme. I think if you are a lover of fantasy or a lover of Dungeons and Dragons, I haven't played the game yet, but if that's you, if that describes you, I think these are really worth a hard look. And if you want to know and don't know about Dungeons and Dragons, and if you want to know how these pieces, these minifigs interface with the actual game, there's a website called jaysbrickblog.com, and Jay has a review of this set where he talks about the way they're used in the Dungeons and Dragon game. And it's very interesting reading. Again, I don't know anything about the game. I just love them for their fantasy element. But a shout out to Jay. You really should go over there and check it out if you're interested in how these interface with Dungeons and Dragons. Now, here's the final thing about this that I think is really interesting, and I'd love your opinion on. I am considering buying that big Dungeons and Dragons Lego set, and here's the reason. It's very castle-y looking to me. And of course, the fantasy of Dungeons and Dragons and the minifigs would fit in very nicely with my existing traditional castle theme, I think, in the Viking village and the medieval village, which I'm also going to build. Another big set that just came out that I feel this could interface with very well is the Zelda tree. Now, again, I don't know about this game. I've never played this game, so I know nothing about the characters or the setting. I only know I love the minifigs. They look very elven-like. They're part of the game. And I just love the fantasy element of this tree. And I can see it very easily interfacing with the Dungeons and Dragons minifigs and my castle fantasy theme. And I'm wondering what you think of these two sets, if you had to choose between one or the other, just because they are expensive, both of them. Which one would you choose with my idea in mind of building a kind of fantasy castle world? That's it for now. Until next time, this is Tom Bray, Grandpappy Bricks, saying, build, baby, build. Enjoy your Lego. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.